So what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Two Wheels, and we have a Monster Energy issue. Monster Energy may have just entered full takeover mode because, according to reports, Monster Energy is becoming Aprilla's title sponsor, and this is from not next year, not the year after, but from the Italian Grand Prix onward. I know, massive exclamation marks. And honestly, at this point, Monster Energy logos are spreading through MotoGP faster than a rider saying, we need to understand the data. You get a Monster logo, you get a Monster logo. Everybody seemingly is getting a Monster logo, except perhaps Jorge Martin. Why? Well, if you didn't know, he's going to be a bit confused. He's going to be like, wait, hold on a second. Now, on paper, this looks cool. Sponsor, team, moving in. But actually, let's be fair, it is quite a big deal. Now, let's explain. Aprilia have absolutely cooked. They are amazing. They are the stars of the 2026 MotoGP season. Marco Bezzecchi has been out there collecting wins like their Pokemon cards. 3 victories straight. Jorge Martin then wins at Le Mans, 4 wins from just 6 races. Aprilia basically walked into 2026 and said, excuse me, Ducati, hold my beer. This is my championship. So, but despite their success, Aprilia's got a weird problem. They are winning races without, currently, that title sponsor. Now, if you're new to MotoGP, a title sponsor isn't just someone sticking a logo on the side of a bike because, hey, they fancied it. This could be big money. Big sponsorship means more financial security for the team, bigger development budgets, more marketing power, stability future seasons, more resources to keep improving that bike. Basically, fast bike plus more money equals potentially even faster bike, unless you're Honda, when they threw millions at the bike and it didn't quite go. But anyway, terrifying. Ducati fans right now, haha, insert Simpsons meme here, I'm in danger. So this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. Because Marco Bezzecchi has already got a personal deal with sponsor, so big tick there. So now Monster sponsors Marco and Aprilla. And if you know MotoGP and its sponsors, you see where I'm going with this one, meaning the marketing department is probably losing their minds with excitement, except Marco drinking Monster, Marco holding Monster, Marco standing next to Monster, and Marco probably sleeping inside a makeshift Marco Monster can. But wait, it gets bigger, because arriving in 2027, Francesco Bagnaia. And guess what? He also has a Monster deal. Everybody, well, not quite everybody's got a Monster deal, but yeah. So suddenly, this starts looking less like, let's sponsor Aprilia for a year, and more like, let's move into this neighbourhood permanently, thank you very much. The Monster are basically showing up with more vans. And I'm trying to ignore that call. So moving on, we now reach the really spicy bit, because Martin is backed by Red Bull, and Red Bull and Monster are basically MotoGP's version of Marvel villains fighting over Infinity Stones. You don't consider, normally we wouldn't mix those two worlds, let's be honest, but historically, riders and teams having competing energy brands sitting next to each other doesn't go quite well, like the opposite side of magnets. One side they attract, this side's it's the don't attract part. It's awkward, let's be fair, very, very awkward. So, according to reports, Martin has now a couple of options. Option 1, leave Red Bull. That could sound difficult considering they have a big relationship with him. Option 2, do what Marc Marquez did, basically hit pause, like, hey Red Bull, it's not you, it's me. But that could financially hurt, because big deals are big money. So Martin suddenly finds himself in what is quite a weird situation. Aprilia are winning, Aprilia are having new money, Aprilia have stability, Aprilia are looking good, everything looks amazing, but now he's standing in the middle of, something that you probably wouldn't say 20 years ago, an energy drink war. And there might be another reason this happened. Monster currently has a huge presence with Yamaha, but if that deal ends, and it is rumoured to, we'll get into that article in a bit, Monster could shift focus towards Ducati and Aprilia instead. And if that happens, the energy drink battle in MotoGP could get absolutely ridiculous, because then you suddenly have Monster over here, Red Bull over there, riders caught in the middle, and fans wondering whether they're watching motorcycle racing or the carbonated beverage energy world championship. But here's the big question. Is this actually a move that turns Aprilia from race winners into championship favourites? I think it may well do that. Or has Monster just opened a giant can of paddock drama? I want that to happen as well, but let me know down below. Monster and Aprilla, perfect match or potential future headache? If you did make it to the end, please consider giving us a subscribe. That will be absolutely amazing. We're Two Wheels. We comment, news, etc. MotoGP. Move forward. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Lean in. Hang on. See you soon.